In this video, you're going to build your first query all on your own. In our previous lesson, I showed you how to use the select, from, and limit statement. In this video, you'll have an opportunity to do that on your own. So let's get started. A quick overview of the keywords that we'll be using. We'll use select, that tells us which columns we're choosing. From, that tells BigQuery where the data lives and where it needs to pull it. And limit. Limit shows us how many rows. And limit. Limit specifies how many rows we would like to have returned. This is a super important keyword for the Couch to Coders program. I want to make sure that we always have that in our queries unless specifically stated. That way we don't waste our data pulling back a million rows when we don't need to. So let's go over the examples at a high level. For example 1, select or pick all of the columns and return only 4 rows. For the second example, select the following columns, tip amount and tolls amount, and only return 12 rows. We will be using the same data set that we used last time, the 2014 taxi cab data. And that's also in the video description in case you don't have it saved. Pause the video, take a few minutes to try this out on your own, and when you're ready, we'll come back together and I'll go over the answer. Welcome back. I hope those questions weren't too challenging. If they were, don't get down on yourself. This is something new. But let's go ahead, open up our BigQuery console and review these questions together. Okay, so as just like in the example that I did on my own, I have my little code file here annotated. So I have my header here, and then I also have my table saved. And I would recommend for all of the examples that we're doing, just go ahead and save this type of header or something to this effect in a text file, and then you can just do a quick copy paste every time you get started. Okay, so for example 1, select all columns and only 4 rows. Okay, our queries always start with a select keyword. What would I like to select or choose? I want to choose all of the columns. So I can do select star. From where? From what table? From my taxi cab yellow trip data. And I only want to return 4 rows, so I'm going to do limit 4. And then you can highlight and click run, or you can do control enter, either option. And voila, I have all of the columns that you can see, and I have 4 rows. So let's try this again, pulling only the following columns. Oh, I didn't list them. But I know them. Toll amount and tip amount. I think I have those a little reversed, but that's okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick copy paste. If there's one thing that we love doing in the coding community, that is plagiarizing ourselves or others. If you have the opportunity to recycle code, please do so. And when you ask someone for help with code, don't feel bad that you're taking their code verbatim. It's a very giving community. I take, you take, we take. It's great. Okay, so what I did here is I commented out this code doing the control question mark, or you could just delete it, whatever you want. And instead of select star, we're going to do tip amount. Comma, tolls amount. And for this one, I think we wanted to return 12 rows. So instead of limit 4, I'm going to change this to 12. And I can see BigQuery says that this is going to process, and I can go ahead and click enter. And voila, I have 2 columns, tip amount, tolls amount, and I have 12 rows. So that wraps up the examples and the answers. Let's just jump back to our PowerPoint slide and review very quickly everything we went over. So quick summary of what we just did is you built your first query using 3 different keywords: select, from, and limit. I hope you feel really accomplished and you're getting excited about starting to actually get your hands dirty in coding. In our next lesson, we're going to add in another keyword that I haven't brought up yet. It's called distinct, and that has a lot of really cool features, and we can start doing some cool stuff. See you then. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I would be so appreciative if you could like the video and subscribe to help me create more content for you. Thank you.